think the key aspects from my point of view would be to make sure that you've got all your paperwork in order. Anything that you're changing, anything that you're doing, it really needs to be documented, and communication as well with your employees so they know what's going on. I think looking back on historical events like the Cycle to Work, ensuring that if you are implementing any new schemes now, is it going to be possible for that employee to meet all of that criteria for it not to be a taxable expense? I think people need to look at their contracts if they are changing people's working patterns and their places of work. And it really is all about record keeping from my point of view, because even though CJRS is the highlight at the moment for compliance, as we further go along into further tax years, there is going to be a point where HMRC will look at the compliance of expenses and benefits, because there's been so many dispensations like we've discussed today being implemented due to the pandemic. People need to be sharp on those cut-off dates to ensure that they're not carrying over the exemptions that have been allowed now into tax years where they won't be allowed.
If you've supplied kit for your employees and you're going to allow them to keep it, because let's face it, I mean, Gemma gave the example, nobody wants 1,000 chairs back that they paid for their staff at the end of the, where are you going to put them? It does depend on exactly how that was purchased and how you funded it, unfortunately. So there is a temporary exemption at the moment, and I think that's dating back to, let me just check my date, 6th of March 2020 through till 5th of April 2022, that says that if the employee buys it, you reimburse them. So employee buys it, you reimburse them. If you let them keep it, no taxable benefit on that. However, if you bought it for them and let them use it, and you're going to let them keep it, that is a taxable benefit. So unfortunately, it does seem that the issue is, did they buy it and you paid them back, in which case you're fine? Or did they buy it, did you as the employer buy it for them, in which case there will be a taxable benefit?